The tale of Elvin Penner's fall from public grace was perhaps foretold 18 months ago, during an era of mass, very questionable immigrant nationalizations. Just days before general elections of March 2012, hundreds of immigrants were rushed through the process and sworn in, many of them by Penner.
I will pay half of the cost of the nationality. Of course, we do the police reckon everything on our own, so there is a cost to it, but it's of course twofold. Again, it's a political reason behind it. We want to get our voters in. I won't deny that any at all. I am right now digging myself into a hole.
A hole that would only get deeper with time. The allegations of nationalization discrepancies were rampant and credible, made even more so when footage was taken of Penner and others moving files out of the immigration department in Belmopan in the dead of night.
What I saw was that you had the area representative for Corozal Southwest, you had Honorable Melvin Penner, and you had a gentleman by the name of Mr. Cruz, past mayor of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. And you had a young chap by the name of Oton Castillo Jr. They were all involved with removing several files, large manila envelopes from the immigration department.
Penner would go on to win the Cayo Northeast seat by only 17 votes, with scandal and rumors of corruption following him to victory. A victory for which he was ironically rewarded with the portfolio of immigration.
And he will be assisted by Minister of State Elvin Penner, who will have particular responsibility for immigration and border protection and the immigration department.
Penner's ascension to power in the Ministry of Immigration would be meteoric, but his fall assured. Enter South Korean national Won Hong Kim. In September, Kim received Belizean nationality and a Belizean passport in one day. Minister of State Elvin Penner signed his nationality certificate and his passport application. Penner claims he and Kim had been friends for 3 years. So friendly, in fact, that Penner claims in an email that he went with Kim to the passport office to ensure that his friend would be treated well. But he lied. Won Hong Kim was never in Belize. In fact, Kim was detained in a Taiwanese prison where he had been since July 30th. He was awaiting extradition to South Korea, where he was wanted in connection with the embezzlement of millions of dollars. The photo on Kim's nationality certificate and his Belizean passport matched the photo on his South Korean passport. He was never in Belize. He never visited the passport office. So how was the process subverted?
That is a watertight system. So if it falls down at the recommenders. And it falls down at the persons who are doing the processes.
Penner was the recommender. He signed both the nationality certificate and the passport application forms. His signatures are there in black and white. He has been fired from cabinet, but has never been the focus of any criminal investigation or action. But while his role in the passport scandal is clear, has a crime been committed? A wide cross-section of the Belizean people and organizations seem to think so. The leader of the nation disagrees.
And so I think that he has been properly punished for his role in the incident. But I also said, both as a lawyer and as head of the government, I looked at the circumstances as closely and as fairly and as critically as I could, and I am satisfied that there is no basis on which any criminal charges could successfully be laid. There is no evidence at all that could sustain a criminal prosecution against Penner. That is my position.
If you sign any official document claiming something and signing to something which is in fact not so, it's not factual, I certify that I know Mr. XYZ for the past 3 years, when in fact that's obviously a lie. You sign to say that this photograph is the true likeness of Mr. XYZ, whom I know personally. And you could not have known the person personally because you don't live in Taiwan or Korea, and that person don't live in Belize or Cairo. So when you're doing that, you're engaging in an act of deception. You are in fact forging or frauding a document for the purposes of gaining some monetary, some kind of financial gain. Those are very serious crimes. Those are crimes that call for imprisonment once it is proved.
The police were called in at 4:30 on Tuesday, October 8th. What they will unearth is anybody's guess, though best guesses suggest that Penner will emerge virtually unscathed. He remains a public pariah, but a political tool, endorsed by his leader and the leader of the nation, Prime Minister Dean Barrow.
Yes, the party will rally around Elvin Penner. We believe that he deserves a second chance.
The people will determine if Penner gets that second chance. Pressure continues to mount from every sector. The recall process has been triggered in Cayo Northeast, and to add fuel to a brightly burning fire, nationality documents are leaking out of the Immigration Department. Documents for Asian and Middle Eastern nationals, all with the signature of Elvin Penner. Indications are that this is just the tip of the iceberg, which is damaging the ship of state. Mike Rodon for News 5.